Misfortune, by S. Annie Frost. Published in Parlor Charades and Proverbs. Copyright 1859. This recording is in the public domain. Cast of characters: Mrs. Green, a widow lady. Seraphina, her daughter, a fashionable young lady. Augustus, her son, a dandy. Alfonso Camiglio, a foreign dancing master. Betsy, Mrs. Green's husband's cousin, the maid of all work. Scene 1. A parlor, handsomely furnished. A table, with a looking-glass, books, and 2 or 3 pamphlet novels upon it. A sofa, and some chairs. A piano, open. Enter Betsy, very shabbily dressed, carrying a saucer of blacking, brush, and duster. Betsy, crying.
Oh, how my head does ache. I think Miss Green might have found something softer than the broom handle to whack me with, just to cause the furnace fire went out. I can't be everywhere at once, so I can't. And I have blacked 6 grates this blessed morning. Oh, dear, I wish Uncle John had come home. I never gets nobody to pet me now, since he went away to the NG's. I wished I knowed the way to the NG's. I'd walk right out there tomorrow. Now, who'd ever think I was Miss Green's husband's cousin, the ways I'm treated? I just wished I was a slave or a magpie or something other. I'm so tired I just ache all over. I was up all night clearing away after Miss Seraphini's party. Miss Green says 'tweren't no difference about my going to bed. They wouldn't give me no ice cream, neither, 'ceptin' what was left on the plates, and I do love it so. Oh, dear, how my head does ache. I won't clean another grate this day, so I won't. There.
Sits down on the floor. Mrs. Green, behind the scenes.
Where's that good-for-nothing, lazy, stupid idiot of a girl?
That's me. I don't care.
Enter Mrs. Green. Mrs. Green, twitching Betsy up on her feet.
Well, I declare, sitting down, doing nothing. Upon my word, I wonder what girls will do next.
Shakes Betsy violently.
What do you mean? You're a trial of patience. You're a perfect nuisance. What do you mean, I say?
Oh, please, I don't mean nothing, Mum. Oh, how you do pinch my arm. Oh, I'll never do so no more.
Mrs. Green, pushing her toward the grate.
There, go clean the grate. If it ain't done when I come in here again, you'll get no dinner, miss.
Exit. Betsy, brushing grate.
I dare say. I never get to eat half so much nohow. They gives great parties all the time, and then when I ask for a little more dinner, they can't afford it. Oh, how Miss Green did pinch me. Just look at me. Who'd ever think I was a perfect little beauty when Uncle John went away? Miss Green was to treat me like her own child, she was, just exactly the same as Seraphini. She promised Uncle John. Oh, if only he'd come home again.
Enter Seraphina. Seraphina, sinking upon the sofa.
Well, my party was a success, and in the confusion I had an opportunity to see Alfonso twice. Dear creature, how his misfortunes touch me.
Betsy sneezes.
Why, Betsy, are you there?
Betsy, coming forward.
Yes, miss.
Oh, stay where you are, for mercy's sake. Don't come near me. How do you contrive to get yourself so dirty?
Cleaning grates, miss, does it without any contriving.
Seraphina, raising a vinaigrette.
Ugh, it's really quite shocking. There, go away, Betsy. You are really quite an eyesore.
Betsy, aside.
I wonder what I'll be next. Miss Green called me a nuisance, and now I'm an eyesore.
Going.
Stay, Betsy. My eyes are fatigued with the glare of last evening, and I do not feel equal to the exertion of reading. You know how to read. You shall finish reading to me the lone lovers of the wilderness.
Oh, Miss Seraphine, I've got all the grates to clean, and the beds to make, and the rooms to sweep, and the knives to rub, and the dinner to cook, and the rest of the work to do, and Miss Green'll half kill me if it ain't done.
Impudence! Do you dare to answer me? Sit down there this instant and take the book.
Gives her a pamphlet from off the table. Betsy, crying.
Miss Green'll...
How often must you be told not to call Ma Miss Green? Can't you say Mrs. Green, you idiot? I am Miss Green.
Betsy, going away.
Yes, miss.
Come back here. I declare it is enough to try the patience of a saint. Sit down there and read to me, and if you miss one word, you'll go without your dinner.
Betsy, aside.
Well, it's a saving of prowisions to snub me anyhow.
What are you saying? Now begin. Oh, you needn't come so close. Your clothes are far too dirty to touch me. How can you go about looking so? You never see me in such a state. Positively, I should think you would stick to something.
Wished I could. Wouldn't have to work so hard if I could stick to something.
Seraphina, taking the book from her.
Don't answer me back. Take the place. Take the book. Begin.
Betsy takes the book. Reads.
Alphonso. Alphonso.
Seraphina sighs.
Oh, that dear name. Don't murder it so. Go on.
Yes, miss. Alphonso went as Circumstances. Circumstances. Please, miss, what's a circumstances?
Oh, my patience, the girl will drive me mad. Just in the most exciting part. Now go on, and don't dare to ask any more of your absurd questions.
Betsy, reading.
Alfonso went as circumstances. Wished I knowed what them was. Seemed to direct. Oh, crikey, what a big words are coming now. Insubordination.
Insubordination, you dunce. Go on.
Yes, miss. Insubordination, you dunce.
Seraphina, snatching the book.
It's enough to set one frantic.
Boxes Betsy's ears with the book.
There. Go about your business, you stupid thing.
Enter Mrs. Green.
Betsy, what are you doing in here? Not a bed made or a room swept?
If you please, Miss Green.
How often am I going to tell you to call me Mrs. Green? Miss Green, go upstairs.
Pushes Betsy against Seraphina.
Oh, go away.
Pushes Betsy back.
Why don't you go?
Strikes her.
Go, will you?
They both push Betsy out of the room. Mrs. Green follows her out. Seraphina, sitting down again.
I declare that odious creature has quite exhausted me. How I long to see Alfonso. It is near his hour. Will he come? Poor Alfonso. Think, a man of rank, Count Camicliaglo, being exiled from his dear France, and obliged to support himself by teaching dancing. My heart aches for his trials.
Enter Alfonso, with a violin under his arm. Alfonso, in broken English.
Charming Seraphina, are you by yourselves, alone?
Yes, dearest Alfonso, I am fortunately alone. How glad I am to see you. I have been forced to miss so many lessons lately.
Alfonso, laying aside his violin.
And I, alas, have been forced to miss the chance to see you, the dearest object earth contains. Oh, Seraphina.
Oh, Alfonso.
Enter Betsy.
Oh, Jiminy. If you please, your ma says, did you miss your opry cloak? 'Tain't in the drawer.
Go away, Betsy. Don't bother me.
Oh, very well, miss. 'Tain't none of my business.
Exit.
And now, my angel, that we are by our lone selves once more, I will tell you my, what you call them, my plans. 1 week from this day, we can elope. All is prepared.
You give me early information.
For fear my billet doux may miss you. Ah, my idol, how can I wait 1 little week, and you are my own?
Mrs. Green, behind the scenes.
With Mr. Kent Comicliago, did you say?
Oh, there's Mamma. Quick, put yourself in dancing position.
Alfonso takes up his violin. They assume dancing positions. Enter Mrs. Green. Alfonso, taking steps.
Now, Miss Green. So, Miss.
End of scene 1. Scene 2. Enter Alfonso.
Alone. I must conceal myself until Serafina come. I have told to me today some things that makes me think the pair Green did not leave nothing. If this is so, I must not elope with Serafina. Yet all is prepared. Ah, someone is coming. I must conceal myself.
Hides behind a curtain. Enter Mrs. Green and Augustus.
Now, my dear mother, tell me why I have received such a hasty summons to come home. I was doing finely in New York. Miss Goldust was lending a favourable ear to my suit.
Pshaw! I have something better for you than Miss Goldust.
Better? Why, is he worth 500,000?
I have a wife for you who is worth 2 millions.
What a fortune! Confound Miss Goldust! Who is he?
I will tell you. Listen, your cousin Betsy.
Don't call that odious creature my cousin.
Patience, hear me out. Betsy's Uncle John went, as you know, to India some 5 years ago. He was wealthy then, but news has just reached us that he increased his property to 2 millions and then died, leaving the whole to Betsy.
To Betsy?
This fortune we must secure. You know it is on the handsome allowance he left us for her use that we have been living since he left. It will never do to let this money go out of the family.
Alfonso peeping out.
Here is what the Americans call a go. Here's a go. I am amazed. 2 millions?
As yet she knows nothing of her fortune. As her nearest relative, the news was communicated to me first, but today she will receive official intelligence, so I must tell her. Come, we will find her. Of course, you do not care to return to Miss Goldust?
Confound Miss Goldust! Don't speak of her!
Exeunt Mrs. Green and Augustus. Alfonso coming forward.
Ma foi! Alfonso, you are the lucky man to hear this news. Betsy, charming 2 millions, you must be mine.
Enter Betsy. Alfonso meeting her.
My dear Miss Betsy, how you do today, eh?
My gracious, how polite. I'm pretty well, Mr. Parlez-vous.
Je suis charmé. You enchant me.
Where's Miss Green? I want to know about them pickles.
Going.
Do not leave me. Stay, mine angel, near your adoring Alfonso.
He's crazy. What on earth are you talking about?
Ah, Betsy, I love you. I swear by all the stars, I love you.
Kneels.
Get up. Upon my word, he's drunk.
Alfonso aside.
What is drunk? Ah, I remember, intoxicate.
Aloud.
Yes, Betsy, intoxicate with your charms. Do not turn always. Let me feast mine eye on your beauty.
Land, sir, your eyes will be pretty sharp if they find my beauty.
Alfonso taking her hand.
Let me prison this little white hand.
Get out! Let go my hand!
Never, till you promise it shall be mine.
What do you want with my hand?
Alfonso,
I would kiss it if was not so pleasant dirty.
aloud.
I will keep it, cherish it, cover it with jewels.
Well, you better let me wash it first. It's awful smutty. Here comes Miss Green.
Alfonso, starting up.
Where? Hide me. Let me make my escapes.
Exit.
Well, I never did see such a tarnal goose before.
Enter Mrs. Green, Augustus, and Seraphina. Mrs. Green, in a sweet voice.
Ah, Betsy, my child, are you there?
Betsy, amazed.
Why?
You look surprised. Come here, my sweet little darling, and kiss me.
Betsy, pinching herself.
Am I delirious or am I asleep?
Come here and sit beside me, Cousin Betsy. We have news for you, dear.
What has come over them?
Augustus, offering a chair. Betsy, sitting down.
I'm all dumbflustercated.
We've come to tell you your good fortune. You know, Betsy, child, we've always been kind to you.
Yes, Mum?
Call me cousin, dear.
Yes, Mum?
Dear child, her early respect is quite habitual. My love, you have a fortune left to you. 2 millions.
Please, Mum, what's millions?
Millions of dollars. Money, my dear.
You have more money, Betsy, than you will know how to spend, all of your own.
Oh, gracious. Won't I have as much dinner as I can eat every day?
Yes, love. You can have everything you wish for.
Oh, crickets.
You can wear as fine clothes as you please.
Oh, scissors.
Every pleasure is at your command, and I am always ready to escort you to opera or ball.
Oh, my. But can I do exactly as I please?
Exactly.
Betsy, walking about and clapping her hands.
Ain't it fine? Won't I dress up and eat all sorts of goodies? I won't never do another bit of work as long as I live.
Stopping suddenly before Mrs. Green.
But, Miss Green, where did all the money come from?
You remember your Uncle John?
Betsy, in a low voice.
Indeed I does, dear Uncle John.
A pause. Then, in a tone of great delight.
Oh, has he come home?
No, my dear, he's dead.
Betsy, bursting into tears.
Oh, no. Oh, he ain't dead. Oh, he said he would come home again. Oh, he will come back, he promised. Oh, Miss Green, he ain't... Oh, say he ain't dead.
Don't be so distressed. He has left you all his money.
Betsy, still sobbing.
Oh, Uncle John, Uncle John, will you never come home no more to Betsy, your own little Betsy? Oh, I don't want no money. I don't want nothing. I wished I was dead, too. Oh, Uncle John, what shall I do? What shall I do?
Exit, weeping.
Who would imagine the child had such strong feelings? Augustus, now is your time. A little delicate consolation now will do wonders for your suit. Come, we will find her.
Exeunt Mrs. Green and Augustus.
I suppose we shall have to take her into society. Ma thinks that the large ball next week will be a good opening. Then she must give a ball here. I must postpone my elopement.
Enter Alfonso.
Ah, Miss Green, how are you?
Alfonso, why so cold? I am alone.
Ah, so I perceives. I came to look for my violin. I forget it this morning.
Seraphina amazed.
Alfonso, why are you so cruel? No one is near to see us. You torture me.
Weeps. Alfonso, aside.
Never could I endure to see the lovely creatures weep.
Aloud.
Seraphina, dearest, forgive me. I heard you did embrace another on the doorstep this morning. Jealousy made me cold.
Aside.
I call that very good for the impromptu.
It was my brother Augustus, dearest.
Alfonso, aside.
I must feign the constancy, or I cannot see Betsy.
Aloud.
My angel, can you forgive me?
Kneels.
You are forgiven.
Alfonso, aside.
Ah, quelle complaisance! She is lovely. Were not Betsy the toumeillance?
Aloud.
My angel, I thank you.
End of scene 2. Scene 3. Curtain rises, discovering Mrs. Green in evening dress before a glass, arranging a headdress.
Well, Betsy makes her debut into fashionable life tonight. She insisted upon dressing alone, and would tell no one what she meant to wear. I hope she will not make herself ridiculous. I fear she will.
Enter Seraphina.
Oh, Ma, have you seen Betsy?
No, my dear. Is she terribly absurd?
You never saw such a figure. I can never appear in public with her.
We must say that she is very eccentric, love. Won't she allow you to alter it?
No, you know what a horrible temper she has shown ever since she became independent. I am so glad it did not occur to her to put on mourning. It would have spoiled all our gaiety. And you know, Ma, he died so far away.
Betsy, behind the scenes.
Get out of the way, will you? I declare I don't have any peace in my life.
Enter Betsy in an absurd full dress.
Betsy, where did you get that dress?
Bought it, of course. Where else would I get it? Don't you like it?
Like it?
Well, it's your own fault if you don't. You said wear pink and white, Seraphina said blue, Augustus said yaller. I wanted red and green, so I just wore the whole.
At least let me take off this bow.
Let me alone, will you? I'll wear just exactly what I please. I'm my own mistress, I guess.
Mrs. Green, aside.
Oh, what a misfortune her temper is. I'm afraid Augustus, poor fellow, will lead a terrible life with her.
Where's that dancing master? It's time he was here to give me my last dancing lesson. I won't go to a party and not dance. There.
Enter Augustus and Alfonso.
I want to take my last dancing lesson before we start.
I want to show you something in my room, Seraphina. We will join dear Betsy in a short time.
Exeunt Mrs. Green and Seraphina.
I have forgotten my violin, Miss Betsy. I will fly for my instrument and give you your lesson in a few moments.
Exit.
My dear Betsy, I am glad to secure a few moments alone with you before we start. I wish to warn you against placing any trust in the attention gentlemen may offer you this evening. We love you, dearest, for your own sweet sake. They will only look at your fortune, your beauty.
Oh, Gus.
Dear girl, your simplicity is charming to your Augustus. Betsy, my angel, I must speak. I love you.
Of course, cousin.
Will you be my wife?
I...
Enter Alfonso. Augustus, aside.
I could pitch the fellow out the window, just as she was about to promise.
Alfonso, taking eyes position.
Are you ready, miss, for your lesson?
Enter Mrs. Green and Seraphina.
Never mind the fiddle. I'll get you a new one.
Oh, miss, you are too good.
Seraphina, sitting down at piano.
I will play for you, Betsy.
A dancing lesson follows. Seraphina playing, Augustus, Alfonso, and Betsy dancing.
Cloaks and hoods and go.
Exeunt Mrs. Green and Seraphina.
I must go to my room for my gloves.
Exit.
Now, dear Betsy, à présent is our time. What do you call him? Clergyman is waiting in l'église, the church, on the corner. All is prepared. Come.
Wait a minute, Alfonso. Augustus.
Ah, my charmer, it is your money he loved. Did he ever love you before you had the money, eh?
Never. The horrible scoundrel.
Did I not kneel before the power of your beauty, before you know yourselves you was rich, eh?
So you did, the very day I heard of it.
Because it was your charming selves I loved, eh? Not the money.
Suppose I was to lose it all.
You would be the same to your Alfonso. Come, they will return.
Exeunt. Enter Augustus.
I think I have secured that too, madam. What a tremendous fright she is tonight. I must endeavor to correct her taste. I must get her to promise to be my wife before any fortune hunter wins her. I have made an impression. The rest is easy. What a misfortune it would be if anyone else... Bah! I won't think of it. It makes me sick.
Enter Mrs. Green and Seraphina with opera cloaks and hoods on.
Where is Betsy?
Where is Betsy?
I left her here.
Probably in her room. We will wait a few minutes. Oh, Augustus, my dear boy, do be most fascinating this evening. If this chance slips through your fingers, I will never forgive you. By the way, I found out a whim which you must humour.
They walk back, conversing. Seraphina, coming forward and speaking aside to audience.
Oh, how I tremble! I can scarcely support myself. Tonight I have promised to elope with my Alfonso. Dear Alfonso, he is probably even now hastening the preparations for our wedding. I hope no misfortune will prevent the consummation of our dearest hopes.
Mrs. Green, coming forward.
It is very strange what detains Betsy so long. I hope she is making no additions to that fearful dress.
Oh, I hope not, Ma. I will go and prevent that.
Exit.
I think that dress is sufficiently overwhelming now.
What can we do? Her temper is so fearful that no one can control her. It is a sad misfortune, too.
I'll curb her temper, never fear.
Enter Seraphina.
Betsy is not in her room, in your room or mine, or in the dining room. Not in the house.
Not in the house?
Mercy on us.
Enter Alfonso and Betsy.
Why, Betsy, child, where have you been?
I don't see that it is any of your business, but I've been around the corner.
Take my arm, cousin. Pardon me, sir. I prefer to escort my wife myself.
Your
wife? Catch me, Augustus, or I shall die.
Faints into Augustus' arms.
Dear, dear, what a misfortune.
I don't think it's a misfortune.
To audience.
Do you? I've got a lot of money, to be sure, but I ain't proud, bless you, not a bit. Why, just to prove it, if you will all favor me again some fine evening, I'll put on my old duds and do it all over again for you.
Curtain falls. End of Misfortune by S. Annie Frost.